you have one job when you go into any interview.
Always believe you were born to win. It's your right to win. Claim it, frame it, 'cause you were.
And one thing I'd love to have you expand on just a little bit is that idea of they.
Yeah.
They won't like it. They won't hire me. They won't see my value. They, especially in this moment in time where everything is changing and there is opportunity to think about your career in a very different way. For somebody who's still thinking that another person, whether it's somebody hiring or it's a future boss or it's the person you currently work for, that they have the power. What do you want somebody who really is like, no, but Carla, somebody else is hiring me. But Carla, somebody else promotes me. But Carla, like somebody else is signing the signature on the paycheck.
Yes.
How do you want us to think differently?
Okay, so let me take each one of those and unpack it.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, Carla, they won't hire me. Well, remember that whenever you're going into an interview, you have the upper hand. Why? Because the person on the other side of the table is the one that has a job to do that day. They have to bring a very good candidate back to their organization. They're the one with the pressure. And there should be no question that they ask you about who you are that you can't answer. So remember, you have one job when you go into any interview, and that's to make that person feel that they're going to be making a big mistake if they don't choose you. And how can you make them feel that way? When you sit in that chair, you need to understand the key success factors of that job. What are the things that it takes to be exceptional? And if you've done your homework, you got a pretty good idea of what the key success factors are for that role. And when you're telling your story, you need to tell your story where that becomes pretty obvious that you can deliver on those things. And here's the thing. Most people get deterred when they look at a job description that they want to apply for, and they see that you need 5 years of experience or 10 years, or you need a master's in this. Whenever you're reading a job description that says required, I want you to read preferred, because there is always an exception to the rule. And when you sit in that interview chair and you can communicate that you know what an A looks like in that role, now you're going to number one, you've already crossed one hurdle. You already told the person you know what it takes to do a great job. And then two, you need to talk about why you're so confident that you can deliver on that. And you will have greater than a 75% chance of getting that role. Now, the they around whether or not they're going to promote me, one of the things you have to always remember is that it's not generally a singular decision with respect to whether or not you're going to get promoted. So one of the things that's important when you're in an environment is to make sure that you're building a lot of relationships so that you lower the probability that only one person can stand in your way. And if there happens to be one person that is confounding you and that's in your way, then the strategy that I've always found effective is make that person the outlier. If everybody else is saying, oh, Mel is fabulous, Mel is wonderful, oh, Mel did a great job on this, and that one person who, quote, doesn't like you wants to say something negative, they will not. Because generally those kinds of people are insecure, and they're not going to stand up against the crowd when everybody else saying you're the best thing since sliced bread. They're going to be quiet. And then your promotion will therefore be crowdsourced in that environment when everybody else is saying you're a superstar. There's no way that person's going to stand up and say, no, I don't think so.
I love that.
If these pearls were useful to you, then like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll give you a few more pearls that'll help you to maximize your success.